My Hero Academia, 10 characters who can fly that aren't Hawks. Hawks may be the master of flight as far as My Hero Academia is concerned, but he's not the only character who can fly. From the grimoires of magic of Black Clover to the cursed techniques of Jujutsu Kaisen, anime series include a wide variety of superhuman abilities. Kohei Horikoshi's My Hero Academia creates a world that revolves around these skills. Many of the quirks in MHA are unique, created by unlikely mixes of genetics. Others are far more common, and the ability to fly is unsurprisingly among them. Flight is a power that has fascinated man from the beginning of time. So it is always included in fiction in some shape or form. The purest image of flight in MHA is doubtlessly Hawks, whose quirk Fierce Wings makes him stand out as one of the best pro-heroes. But there are other characters, both heroes and villains, who have displayed this skill. 10. Nana Shimura's float receives a significant boost from One for All. Nana Shimura is known primarily as All Might's mentor and the 7th user of One for All, but Nana originally used the quirk Float. Floating isn't exactly the same as flying, but the effect is similar, as Nana can levitate and suspend herself midair. Once Nana receives One for All, Float becomes significantly more powerful. With its new boost, the quirk allows its user to fly at high speeds. 9. Izuku Midoriya inherits Float through One for All. When the protagonist of MHA, Izuku Midoriya, inherits One from All from his mentor All Might, he has a lot of trouble mastering the strength component of his quirk. The ability is so difficult to control that it constantly shatters Izuku's bones, and Izuku's own recklessness doesn't help. Yet Izuku ends up awakening the quirks of the previous users of One for All. Nana's is among the first few he receives, and he is able to use it like she did, to fly. 8. Gran Torino's jet allows him to fly over short distances. The elderly and retired pro-hero Gran Torino is Nana's close friend and All Might's original teacher. He is instrumental in helping Izuku learn how to control One for All. But he's also dangerous and highly skilled in his own right. His quirk, Jet, allows him to shoot air from the holes in the soles of his feet. This makes him incredibly fast, and despite his advanced age. He also preserves a kicking power that allows him to defeat several members of the League of Villains. Jet can also be used to fly over short distances, though the ability has its limits. 7. Ryukyu can transform into a dragon. Wings are the most natural element associated with flight, and Hawks isn't the only character in MHA who has them. If Hawk's quirk is mutant in nature, pro-hero Ryukyu can transform into a dragon. This massively increases her size and gives her powerful claws and fangs, but it also grants her wings that allow her to fly at fast speeds. 6. Endeavor uses Hellflame to propel himself through the air. Pro-hero Endeavor may have his faults, but he's incredibly talented at using his quirk. In his quest to defeat All Might, he's mastered Hellflame, creating a wide variety of moves that make him a versatile, if destructive, hero. Using Hellflame, Endeavor is able to propel himself through the air. An ability he displays most eloquently during his terrifying fight with Hood. Throughout the battle, he is even shown flying side by side with Hawks, though the winged hero chooses to provide him with backup and rescues the civilians instead of engaging the creature himself. Incidentally, their opponent is a high-end Nomu and another character that can fly. 5. Katsuki Bakugo uses his explosions to fly. Class 1A student Katsuki Bakugo may be best known for his explosive temper, but his mastery over his quirk and his battle sense are unparalleled. He is able to tap into the full potential of his quirk, creating powerful super moves like Howitzer Impact. His skills go beyond such destructive attacks, and much like Endeavor, he uses his explosions to propel himself through the air. It's a true testament to Bakugo's versatility as a fighter. 4. Fumikage Tokoyami's Dark Shadow turns its user into a fallen angel. Katsuki's explosion may be powerful, but some of his classmates have quirks that are far more interesting. Fumikage Tokoyami's Dark Shadow is a rare example of a sentient quirk. He has a lot of trouble controlling it, as it can go on a rampage in the darkness and is much weaker in the light. But Fumikage is also one of the young heroes who show the most improvement. During Fumikage's second internship with Hawks, the winged hero tells his student that one of his reasons for choosing Fumikage as an intern is the fact that he was wasting his potential. Hawks believed Fumikage should not confine himself to the ground and should instead fly free. Inspired by his mentor's words, Fumikage creates the Black Fallen Angel move. He has Dark Shadow hold on to him and carry him, all the while wrapping his sentient quirk in his cloak to protect it from the light that would hinder its abilities. This allows Fumikage and Dark Shadow to replicate a bird's flight. 3. Setsuna Tokage's quirk splits her body into individual flying pieces. The students of Class 1B are unfortunately underutilized because of their far more prominent 1A counterparts. It's a shame because some of them have amazing quirks. Setsuna Tokage is among the most notable. Her quirk, Lizard Tail Splitter, allows her to split her body into up to 50 individual pieces. Each piece can levitate and move independently through the air, granting Setsuna an unusual ability to fly. 2. The Winged Nomu is particularly memorable because of its gruesome history. After Izuku and his friends Shoto Todoroki and Tenya Ida defeat the hero killer Stain in Hosu, Izuku is unexpectedly grabbed by a winged Nomu. Surprisingly, it is Stain who saves the captive young hero, killing the Nomu. But its presence remains particularly memorable, as the story heavily hints the creature is based on Katsuki Bakugo's old childhood friend, and Izuku's bully, Tsubasa. The boy was shown as flying through the air using leathery wings identical to those of the Nomu. Worse still, Tsubasa was the grandchild of the doctor who delivered Izuku's quirkless diagnosis, who appears to be Dr. Kyudai Garaki. All for One's right-hand man and the mad genius engineering the Nomu. 1. All for One includes flight in his arsenal of quirks. Considering all the quirks in the arsenal of the malevolent All for One, it stands to reason that flight would make the list. The quirk he uses to achieve this effect is called Air Walk. Air Walk allows him to stand on the air around him, as well as walk onto invisible air platforms. All for One uses this quirk to levitate over the field of battle during his fight with All Might at Kamino. He eventually gives it away to Lady Nagant, as payment for her mission to capture Izuku Midoriya. Airwalk is very similar to Nana Shimura's float, which is perhaps ironic, considering that it is All for One who killed her.